Hi everyone, my name is Kenny
And my name is Rian, and welcome to Candid Perspectives.
with Kenny and Ryan.
Welcome to Candid Perspectives. My name is Scott, and today I'll be taking over as host. Today we have four beautiful guests, and they are.
Hi everyone, my name is Rian.
Hi everyone, my name is Kenny.
Hi guys, my name is Kyla.
My name is Jessie.
And today, our topic, we will be answering period questions from guys to girls. So I think the most important question here, we'll get it out of the way first. Pads or tampons?
Same. Pads.
Unanimous vote, okay. It wasn't that hard. Okay. Our second question, what does a period feel like?
I think that's a weird question.
That's a good question, though. I mean, for somebody who doesn't know, but it's hard to answer.
Yeah. It feels like peeing.
Yeah, but if your
Kinda.
pee was
It feels like
thicker,
peeing, but if your pee was thicker and you were not controlling it
yeah.
from coming down, that is what a period feels like.
But then also too, there are these things called blood clots. So like, I don't know how to explain it. So imagine like if you had your fingers like this, and then somebody would take like a pencil or like something short and just like push it through, and it will close back. So like it would expand, like close back on its own. Like you don't get to control that. That's what it feels like. It just
Yeah.
feels weird.
Yeah.
You know what
It's
it's
like
like?
you're peeing yourself all the time.
Yeah, but with the blood clots, right? It's like,
Huh.
you know, when you're chewing gum, but you're chewing a lot of gum and then you spit it out.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
With it being like inside you and not coming out, like it depends on your pain tolerance level and how much it hurts on that day. It just feels like, it feels like TV static inside your stomach. It just feels terrible.
It does.
It hurts.
But like the bleeding itself does not hurt, but it's the insides of your womb or whatever going on there.
It's
It just feels like this.
But like, okay.
I just know I'm never gonna look at gum the same.
Oh my god, sorry.
I let you ruin gum.
Whoa. No, more gum for, girls.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
How long does a period usually last?
Mine is like 5 days. It's 5 days every time for me, but it differs among people.
For me, it is like, 4 days before it comes, I know it's coming because I start getting headaches and I feel really sleepy and I could barely like move around. And then I just don't feel to eat anything. And then like I get brown discharge the day right before it comes, and then it comes and it bleeds heavily for 3 days, and then it takes 3 days to go. So before it's like I would need to change my pad all the time, and then I could change my pad less frequently for 3 days after that. If that makes sense. I don't know how long that is.
For me, it's usually about 7 days, but kind of similar to Ryan.
Now, see, this is where I'm weird because I had PCOS. It's like never a set amount of time. So for me, it could be anywhere between 3 days to 2 weeks to like 14 days. And I don't have like heavy days. Like you see how like Rian knows that she like day 2 is like really bad.
Yeah.
I will get a heavy day every couple of months, if you understand.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So like usually for the like let's just say God forbid, it lasts for the 14 days, it will be light right through. And when I say light, I mean really, really light. Like abnormally light. But when I have a heavy day, it's like really heavy. Like I need to change my pad like every hour or every half an hour if it's like extremely bad. And I tend to like not sleep because, well, going back to how it feels like, you know how it feels like if you're gonna pee yourself?
Yes.
I'm always scared that my padd's gonna overflow. So like it's really hard to just function on a really heavy day. But yeah, I could go up to 14 days.
Yeah, I can't sleep on the first night. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you have to sit
Oh.
upright because if you lie down, it
Yeah.
will run down the back, and if you lie forwards, it will go forwards. And if
Yeah.
you lie to the side, that's only like half a pad, and then it will take up the half a pad in no time, and then it'll be
Exactly.
all of your legs.
So I usually sleep on the couch first night of my period, actually, because that way I could just like sit up like this. But I mean, I say sleep, but I'm really sleeping.
But just for like people who don't know, just for context, so like a light period would be if you had like a napkin and you had a dropper with water and you dropped like a few drops, so it wouldn't take up the whole napkin as like light. But heavy is like if you empty the whole, or you just put it under the sink. That's
Yeah.
heavy.
Yeah.
Think? Yeah. Yeah.
Um, next question. Do you tell your family when you're on your period?
No.
I feel like usually my mom would tell my family that I'm on my period. I mean, I have a sister and we share a room, so like if I get my period, just like, hey, my period just come, or she would just be like, hey, my period just come, and that's that. But like if I'm being impatient, maybe, or if they're trying to get me to do something and I'm like, no, I'm busy right now, then my mom would be like, oh, she's on her period, like she's not feeling well. So it's not like I just walk in the room and I'm just like, hey, everybody, I'm bleeding. Like, no.
For me,
Um,
it's like if I'm in pain on the first day, I don't always get pain every month, but sometimes I do. And if I'm in pain and I'm literally suffering trying to walk around the house, then mom will be like, oh, you're on your period. So I'm like, yeah. But that's it. But it's not really like an announcement per se, but if everybody were to know, then it wouldn't affect anything.
well, for me, because I live with my dad, there's sometimes like, okay, I don't say I'm generally a cheerful person, but then when I'm on my period, I don't want to say that I want to get rid of human beings, but I'd be very easily irritable. And so I'd let him know, like, I'm going to be mad a lot and it's not your fault. And he'd understand. Or I'd have to tell him if I'm like, yo, we need to go pick up some more pads, then he'd know. But apart from that, I wouldn't like go announcing it. But, on a need to know basis.
And well, I just live with my mom, so if she knows, she knows. If she doesn't, I know what to do. So it don't really matter.
Yeah.
As
Also,
for
I
like
feel
my
like it's
extended
so
family,
much that you're not even thinking about announcing it.
yeah, it's like God, I already have to focus on it enough here. I need to focus more to tell people, hey, just letting you know, right?
Mhm.
Like, eh.
Right. This next question, I think the answer is pretty obvious, but I'll still ask it. Can you bathe on your period?
You must.
You must.
Yeah.
Yes. I
You
think
can.
like more than if you're not on your period. You have to bathe more than if you're not on your period. What I don't like is normally when you wake up and your pad full or whatever, say I go and take a bath as soon as you get up. But me, I just like to chill, but I just be so upset because I just have to go and bathe early in the morning. I don't like that. So you have to bathe like more often than
You can. And TMI, it looks like something out of a horror movie when you try to bathe. Because like imagine like if you had blood all over your body, right? And then you go to bathe and it'll just be washing off and just be like all over the ground and everything. And then you've seen other things are like not only blood. So like besides the water being red, you just see like weird shapes and figures on the ground.
yes.
And then like they just like float around and they don't want to go through the drain pipe.
And
And then
clothes.
when you finish bathing, you have to like make it back from the shower into your clothes before, because like when you bathe, like when you're underwater, the blood stops coming out. So like it will just be waiting to fall. Like as soon as she out, she's gonna go right. So as soon as
Yes.
you turn off the shower, just I don't know.
You just bring your pad in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's what I usually do. Yeah.
Just do it right there because like we can't you probably wouldn't be able to make the trip all the way from the bathroom to your room without like
Mhm.
having a drippage. So you see, guys, we can't control it. Okay, it just does what it wants.
I have a question though.
Mm.
So Rianne said when you're underwater or when you're under the water, it stops, right?
Yeah.
Does it actually stop flowing or does it just seem like that because it's washing out since you're underwater?
I think that it
They
stopped.
say it stops when it hits water. That's what they usually say. So they say like if you were on your period, you could go swim in the
To the
pool and
beach and you
stuff
could swim. It
because
stops.
like it would. I don't know what is the science behind it, but they say that it stops it from flowing down. But like as soon as you get out today, as soon as you get out today, best believe it coming back down. But I think it has something to do with like gravity or something, maybe.
So
Oh
then
my.
why do people feel like if they have to wear tampons when they go swimming then? Because if it would just stop,
Because
Yeah, well, I feel like that's
before
more athletic swimmers because
before
they have more like rigorous movements to make rather than if I just go in the pool and I just sit down and I'm just like, no, I'm just chilling in the pool or whatever. But like if they're in like a race, like they can't really risk it. There's like a lot more shaking up, which is more opportunity for the thing to flow down. So the tampon really just like make
okay.
sure that doesn't, I'm sorry, too much. Make
But
sure
I
it
think
doesn't come down,
yes, I think too why they wear a tampon is because the tampon will keep the blood inside. Because if you went into the pool with a pad, then the blood that was already in the pad would float in the water. But if it was in a tampon, it wouldn't float in the water. That makes sense? Because it would be
I know,
inside.
Well,
I
plus the
know, but I
pad
didn't mean
itself
with
would
the
just
pad.
be.
Yeah, it would because when you overfill a pad like with water, because I've tried it, it I don't know how to describe it, but it like kind of rips, and then the absorbing substance on the inside kind of
Sponge.
falls out, and it's just like
Right.
jelly all over. So that'd be kind of like not good for a pool.
I don't
But
know
I meant like
how. Like
yeah.
I don't get the science behind it.
According to Google,
Yeah.
it's water pressure. Water pressure stops your flow.
Oh,
Okay, on to another obvious question. How do you know when you're on your period?
well,
You
Well, if you
see
wake up,
red.
yeah, if you wake up and your sheets red, I mean, I don't think you're cutting yourself in your sleep. But
well, I feel like it
I don't
varies.
know.
For me, I don't wake up and my sheets are red. That doesn't happen. For me, usually I will wake up. And I mean, obviously, when you wake up, you assess how your body feels. That's like the first thing you do. You're like, oh, I'm alive. Where am I? How do I feel? So I wake up and I'm just like, oh, I feel like if somebody has drained the life out of me. And so I'm like, I'm sure that my period has come. Most times I am wrong. It's just basic ovulation contractions going on. But then on other circumstances, I go to the bathroom and there's blood.
Mm.
That is how I know
Yeah.
that my
But
period is.
then too, it just feels
That's
like you pee yourself. Like you wake up and you just feel wet and you're like, I didn't pee myself. And you go check and you're like, blood everywhere. Or you could be walking through your house or walking through school. But like you could have a sense of when it's supposed to come. So it could come during this week at
Mhm.
any time. So you looking out for it. And then you're just walking through the corridor. And then you just like, I just peed myself. But you know you didn't pee yourself. And you run, you check, and it's just there and it's like, hi. So you just have that's how you know.
Mhm.
You
and
just feel.
just deal
Or
with
like sometimes if I get up, for me, it's if I get up out of bed and I stand up and then I feel like something went bloop, and I'm like, please don't be blood, don't be blood, don't be blood, don't be blood. And I'll go and check.
yeah.
Sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't.
Like please,
Mhm.
please don't. Please,
Yeah.
Yeah,
please.
me too.
I just need
Let
two
me
more
just
days.
clarify. Well, let me just clarify. I don't wake up like all the time and my sheets are red. I just meant,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
like an obvious sign, right?
yeah,
But
yeah,
like same, I would just feel like, a wetness down there.
yeah.
And yeah, most times it is my
Yeah.
period.
Also, if it's like if somebody's watching and you're like still waiting for your period to come, I'm just speculating. It's not gonna feel like what we're talking about here. Most of the times, it's just like you just went to the bathroom, living your life as an average little tween, and you just went to pee and then boom, blood. And you're just like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm a woman now. So
For me, it was terrifying because
what?
I was lying down. I was lying down on the bed, normal, and then my mom was like, "Ah, your period came," and I was like, "What?" And then I looked in the mirror, and my pants was just red.
Oh
I was
my
like,
god.
and then I started to cry because I didn't
Oh,
know how to feel, what to do.
For me,
And then I felt like my pants was ruined, and I feeling uncomfortable because I feeling
Oh my god.
like,
liquid.
yeah,
Oh
that
no.
was terrifying,
That's very
disgusting.
horrible.
I don't recommend. That's ghetto.
if you're sharing those stories. For me, I don't remember how old I was, but I woke up and I went to bathe because I had school that day. And I was in the shower, and then like blood was on the ground when I was bathing, and I started crying. And I called my mom because I honestly thought I was going to die. And then she told me it was my period because we checked my pants after. Because just like after you wake up late, you just throw it in the wash basket and you're in to bathe. And
Yeah.
that's how I found out.
Mine happened on the first week of secondary school. So the first week of bishops, I was going through
Wow.
so much, like bishop started, my parrot died, and then blood.
Wow. All in 1 week. That's a
Okay.
lot.
Yes.
Oh my
That's
god.
a lot. I
Ah,
I didn't get mine until like Form 2. And as I said, I just went to the bathroom to pee and I looked down and there was blood. I was like, okay, no leakage. I've never leaked.
wow.
Never leaked.
Such a calm experience.
I know it was so calming. I was just like, I guess this has happened. What can I do? Nothing. So
Mine was so weird because my parents are separated, right? So I was by my dad's house for July, like the whole month. And at that point, it was just me, my brother, and my stepmother home. And I woke up, went to pee, and then I was like, why is my underwear like a different color? Because I had on white underwear, coincidentally.
right.
And I walked into the kitchen and I was like, something just told me that that's what it was. So I was like, Auntie, I think my period came. So she dropped all the pots and she's like, what? So then she was like, you know how to put on a pad? And I was like, no,
Nope.
why would I know? And she showed me. But then the problem was, so like she handled me for that week. Well, back then it was normal, so it was a week. And then the next month, when I was home with my mom, I was too shy to tell her because it was just so uncomfortable for me. So I remember going to church with my friend and I knew it came, right? But I didn't want to see anything. I had on a white dress and I was looking so cute. And then I think my mom went to wash and she saw like my underwear and she called my friend's mom and she's like, Kyle, I need to leave church now. So then she comes and she brings a pad in the car and she made me put it on. It was a whole sort of drama. Had to leave
Wow.
church, put on a pad, come back to church. It was just a scene.
That is a lot.
I know, right?
And
Chaotic.
I thought that my story was all dramatic.
No, so it's calm. Like,
Calm.
this is
Very
so
calm.
peaceful.
Regular schmegular. It happened to be on the toilet too. No mess.
I know, right? So peaceful. No mess, nothing. It was just calm.
Oh boy.
Okay. Next question.
That's like, I don't know what to add on that.
Why do you get so
my-
angry when you're on your period?
Hormones.
Okay, I
Hormone.
can't. Oh,
We're
okay.
not angry.
I don't get angry though.
Yeah.
Same, I don't.
Oh, sometimes I just feel like extra mushy, Sometimes I just want more hugs and all. I
Yeah.
need warmth. I need
Yeah.
affection. So
Yeah.
let's go and hug my mom.
Sometimes it depends on the month. I feel like that's just the theme of this episode. It depends on the month. But sometimes you just feel like how Jesse was saying, you just feel like you just want to be loved and you just want someone to hold you and just like tell you that you're important and that you look beautiful because you feel so self-conscious sometimes.
Kyla, can relate.
I really
Or
all I'm thinking about is I just want to go and bathe again.
or sometimes people say that you're angry, but are we really angry? No. If
But
you
some
want
people
to
get
put up
angry.
with that, there's so many things that is going down, like you're bleeding. You have to monitor that. Sometimes you have a headache. Sometimes well, not sometimes. Most of the times your stomach hurting, and
Back pains.
and it's not just your stomach. Like as Jesse said, back, thighs.
Yes. Oh my
If we
god.
can be candid, sometimes back really hurts, and like your shoulders. I don't know why me, but some of my shoulders just be hurting so much. And so imagine just being in full body pain while feeling like if somebody's like shoveling out the insides. Just imagine that and tell me if somebody asks you a stupid question if you wouldn't be upset while all of that going on.
Okay. So external factors like all the pain and stuff, it would make you more irritable because you just want to die in peace, but then people are trying to talk to you and you really don't want to speak to them. But then too internally you get hormonal changes when you're on your period. So it depends on your level of progesterone and estrogen that like messes with your levels of irritability. I hope that's the reason for me because I get really mad on my period. Like mad. Like I'd pick up my phone and like if nobody messages me, like wow, they all hate me, and I throw my phone. Or if like I have messages, I'm like, I don't want to speak to anybody today. Why would you message me? And I throw my phone. I just get really mad. And like I know I'm mad. I'm like, Ryan, why are you mad? I'm like, oh yeah, because I'm bleeding. And I just get more mad. And I see my dad, I'm like, don't speak to me or like make me food or don't make me food. Like I don't know, but just know I'm mad, but I'm not mad at you. And then I just go slam my door. And I don't mean to, but I'm just mad.
Yeah, I get that. I feel like
I
the
get more
number
moody
one
and
thing I get
mad.
mad about is food. Like, because sometimes with the hormones, I'm not even gonna lie, I'll just admit, sometimes there's something on my mind that I want to eat, but it's not there. And so I get so upset. I'm like, I need,
Royal Castle. I need Royal Castle.
And then you just cry because you don't have it. And you're like,
I need to
why?
get it right now. I do not care if all of you,
Cravings is a thing too.
I don't care if you all want to try this food. I need to get pizza. I need to get it now. And I would just be so rude and disrespectful, but I mean, they had to get the pizza. I like it has to come. I don't care if you all get Chinese food by yourself, but I need to get my pizza. It's just, I'm sorry, I don't know what it is. I'm ashamed, but that's how it is. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna lie.
But I apologize afterwards. Like after things over. It's like that wasn't me. That was somebody else. Like just pretend it didn't happen.
I don't like when
It was
people use
me.
it as an excuse though. Like when people
Yeah.
use the period as an excuse to get on, like don't want to
Mm-hmm.
say that word, but
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think I feel like it's unfair. It makes us look bad when people take advantage of that. Like you just like you try to win a fight with your significant other. Well, I had my period, so like you can't judge me. Like I'm just like sis, what I have to do with the period though. Like those things are separate.
Even though it affects your emotions or your mood, sometimes you still have to manage how you treat other people
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
because you're conscious. So it's still your responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's a lot some
Kind of building off of that, what can we do to make you feel better when you're on your period? We being you guys or your significant others. Just what can we do?
just do
Give me
what
a
I
hug.
say.
It's the difference in answers. All I said was give me a hug. That's all I need.
Oh my
And
god.
food. I need food and a hug.
I say just do what I want. If
Mm-hmm.
they say they want something, just respect it and do that.
Although I know sometimes though some people might not be as communicative. I don't know how to answer the question for people who are not communicative. Is that how you pronounce it? Communicative? Communicative?
Mm-hmm.
Communicative?
Communicative.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I'm, I'm sure some people would end up being on a period and then they get moody and then have their partner confused and like, what am I supposed to do? And they're like, But yeah, I don't know how to help you there.
Yeah, I can't help
That's
it.
on them. They're supposed to
Yeah,
communicate.
if she ain't saying, then I don't know what to tell you.
For me, just like I don't like to be with people because, like, I know that I'd be mad and I'd probably take my anger out on them. So just leave me alone. Yeah, unless I say don't leave me alone, because then I wouldn't want the person to go. And don't bring me food because I wouldn't be able to eat it. And then I'd be mad seeing the food there but not being able to eat it. So just leave me alone.
Wait, why can't you eat it?
Like, it would hurt too much to eat.
Okay.
Too much to, like, reach for the food and then to, like, swallow it and have it stay.
Oh,
Mm.
yes. I can relate to that. Like what she said there, I can relate to that 110%.
Mhm.
Like, do I have to get up, walk to the kitchen, open the fridge, take something out to eat it? Like, that's too much work. I mean, at that, like, as at that time. Yeah.
So I can't relate to any of this, but you know, I mean, a Royal Castle is always appreciated. I'm sorry, guys, I really like Royal Castle. So, like, that would be one thing I would like want throughout my period. But other than that, it really matter. You don't have to do anything different. I mean, don't activate me on purpose. And one thing I don't like, don't point out that I'm on my period. Like, I know I'm on my period. Please don't tell me that I'm on my period, right? Other than that, yeah, Royal Castle fixes everything.
And don't like try to give advice on how to
Yeah.
like, you do not know what I'm going through. So don't be trying to tell me, hey, maybe you should do this, maybe you should do that. Like, no, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. So I don't want to hear your advice.
Mm.
But a way that
I
guys
don't
could
mind
help,
suggestions if it comes from a place of care.
mm, a way that guys could help is, like, don't be disgusted. Like, don't run
Yeah.
away from it because that'll probably
Mm.
make her feel worse. And then
Mhm.
I like to not be descriptive, but I probably like to give too many details. So if I want to tell you a period story, or like I want to say, like, it's falling out of me right now, like I could feel it, I'm probably going to die. Just have to sit and listen, because yeah, you know.
Exactly.
Besides bleeding, does anything else weird happen?
Yes.
Yes. Definitely.
Like
Okay.
I
what?
mean, we have all the pain.
Kyla's
There's
like,
like,
wait, guys, what? I don't know what to
like the pain, and then
Yeah.
there's more
And
more
there's
pain,
Oh, okay.
there's the
and then clots.
pain,
Do
pain in the
weird things
feet,
happen?
the
Absolutely.
clots.
You use the toilet a lot
Mm.
because, like,
Okay.
the muscles that, like, okay, so you have muscles in your back area that, like, allow you to hold in your bowel movements, right? But when you're in a period, those muscles go towards the front to, like, I don't know if it's to help ease the pain or help the period along. So you don't really have any security in the back. So you just use the toilet a lot. Like, no, the muscles like contracted to make it more solid. But
Yeah.
with all the muscles being there, then it just comes out like water, you know? You just go, you blow up your toilet. I don't explain.
Fine. Oh,
All
well,
right.
there's like two
Yes. That
extremes.
no, that is true. That is true. And actually, to be candid, since Rian was so candid, because that's a good point. I didn't think I would have mentioned that, but what she said is true. That does happen. But for me, I feel like my bladder is so weak when I bleeding and, like, everything coming out. So what was pee? They're like, pee, you have no control over that. Just so sometimes I just can't make it to the bathroom. I don't know if that's too TMI, but you all asked, so here it is.
Sometimes there's two extremes though. Like some, at least for me, sometimes there's constipation and sometimes there's diarrhea, and it's just, you know, I don't know why. It's never in between for me, at least.
Mm.
Well, it's not that weird, but sometimes I can't move. Like, it would hurt too much to move, so I just have to, like, stay there, not being able to move. But I really like to, when I can't move, I like to be on the ground for some reason. I don't know why. That's weird. And then sometimes my boobs hurt. Like, I don't know why, but it just happens. It's
Oh
weird.
yeah, yeah.
It
Oh
really,
yeah, I
Yeah,
completely
for
forgot
real.
about that. You
like,
see, the
somebody just
thing
kind of,
is,
like,
so many
crush
things I
them.
can't remember until it actually come. Yeah, headaches. Had this one
Some
time.
people vomit.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
So,
No shot.
had this one time, this weird thing happen. I had to spend like the whole day in the complete darkness because any glimmer of light When I say any glimmer of light was driving my brain insane. Like it was hurting my head so bad. Like I couldn't even look at the sun. Like, well, I mean, not like look at the sun, but like I couldn't even look at my phone. Like I had to be in complete darkness for the entire day.
Wow.
It was horrible. Thank God that didn't happen again. Well, I mean, since we don't know, might have a relapse. Let's
You
hope
hope not. Yeah. Okay. Next question. Is it true that the blood isn't red?
Yes. It's the oxygenated. Well, it's technically dead blood. So
Mhm.
And our last question to close it off. What is the hardest or worst part about the period?
The pain for me. Because I get pain everywhere, but on a painful month. Because not every month is be painful for me.
Since I don't feel pain, for me it's like not being able to wear certain clothes just out of fear, and just the discomfort, not painful discomfort, but moist discomfort. But most of they see that clothes, oh, that's real bother me. Wow. See when I can't wear my jeans? Oh my goodness.
I would say the fact that it's time consuming because the days before I'd be too sleepy to do anything. And then when it's here on day 2, especially, I get really bad cramps. So I just can't move. And then I wouldn't get to eat too. And I'd want to like eat or wake up and do my assignments. And I just can't interact with people. I just don't like that part of it.
I mean, it's so hard to choose just what is the hardest thing because the whole thing is just an ordeal in itself. But I would say kind of similar to Kyla. I just feel like lack of strength to do much. Like I like as she said, maybe I might want to wear jeans, but I won't because the thing is, I'm not wearing jeans like because I think I got a leak because I've never leaked before, so that's not a fear of mine. But it's just that putting on jeans is too much effort for me during my period. I'm just like that's too much work for me to put on jeans. That's way too much work. So I just put on my little skirt that I just button up, you know, not much effort. Like, to be honest, I just don't, I'm very busy. So I do a lot of things in one day. So I just don't like feeling so tired and so like run down. That's like the hardest part for me.
Mm.
Well, this has been a very candid episode of Candid Perspectives. Thank you for your insights. Thanks to our amazing guests. And yeah, this is it. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to suggest a topic, leave a message in the comment section.
If you'd like to see more videos, click the subscribe button and turn on your post notifications.